All right, let's get the comments going to kickstart today's recap. Let me know in the comments, what do you make of these new Milwaukee Brewer City Connect jerseys? I actually kind of like them. They're different, and to me, different is good. What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. We have a lot to talk about today. The Baltimore Orioles are looking like an offensive juggernaut. Shohei Ohtani was back on the bump, and his buddy Mike Trout was at it yet again. I'm going to call him Mike Goat. Okay, that's bad. And the Tigers, are they the new worst team in all of baseball? We're going to talk about it. A quick reminder, if you're going to any games, concerts, anything that requires a ticket, save yourself 20 bucks off on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy. And no, I'm not wearing a hat today because I just don't feel like it. I'm sorry. The Rays were taking on the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, and both of these teams deployed openers because Clark Schmidt had to basically be a fill-in spot starter, and he was fantastic, tossing 3 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed. The Rays bullpen is deep as well. They can take you, I feel like, 18 innings before they run out of relief pitchers. They take a lead into the 6th, and that's when Anthony Rizzo shows up and singles home DJ LeMahieu to tie it up, but he doesn't stop there. He walks it off in the 9th inning. His walk-off tater gives the Yankees a 5-2 series advantage over the Rays this year. The Yankees are on another winning streak, 7 consecutive W's. I think they've done that 2 or 3 times this year. I mean, they're almost at 50 wins, and it's not even July yet. They are insane. Now, a team that is not insane, but they must have heard what I said. I called the Oakland A's pretty much a fake baseball team, and they took that to heart because they scored 3 in the 3rd off some singles. They got some from Chad Pinder and Bethancourt. Every time I say his last name, I feel like I'm lisping while saying Bethancourt. I would actually say that both Paul Blackburn and Frankie Montas have been some of the only redeeming parts of this bleak 2022 season. Maybe Sean Murphy at times, but he allows just 1, and then the bullpen barely holds on. They send Boston to 13.5 games back of first place, but again, the wild card exists, so even though the Red Sox are almost 14 games out in the AL East, they still have a chance to make the wild card. Okay, so like, did the Padres fix Nomar Mazara? He has been an RBI machine lately. He got 2 more on that 2-run shot. He has 9 RBIs and a 154 OPS plus in his first 40 at-bats. Jake Cronenworth contributes with an RBI double right before Machado brought home Profar in the 4th. Joe Musgrove, he might just be sitting in the catbird seat right now in terms of NL Cy Young favorites. If he keeps this up, striking out 9 over 7 quality innings, and he keeps his ERA below 2, I mean, he's at a 1.59 ERA right now and an NL Best 7-0 record. Well, he's actually going to be 8-0 after Profar put this game on ice with the home run, and the Padres are getting breakout seasons from half of their team. They're 41-24 now, and they are not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. Kevin Gausman, are we sure that 4th of July wasn't yesterday? Because Kevin Gausman got lit up like the 4th of July by the Orioles of all teams, but I tried to tell you guys, this Baltimore offense is no joke. I mean, it seemed like in the blink of an eye, this game was over. And in the month of June, the Baltimore Orioles have the 8th highest team OPS. They're also top 5 in doubles and home runs this month, and as you can see, everyone was making an effort yesterday. 7 of the 9 Orioles hitters came away with an RBI, and Tyler Wells was great on the pitching side of things. He struck out a few over 6 innings in which he only allowed 1 single run to that vaunted Blue Jays lineup. Austin Hayes capped off a huge night with his 9th home run, and the Orioles, again, they've been a top 6-7 team over the last few weeks, and they are coming. They have Gunnar Henderson, they have Kobe Mayo, they have Heston Kjerstad, they have Grayson Rodriguez, DL Hall, Colton Cowser. The Orioles are set up to be a super team in the next 2 or 3 years. Get your brooms out, because this was a sweep. Cleveland swept the Colorado Rockies. They picked up their first win in Coors Field in over 20 years just a few days ago, and they complete it with the sweep after Tristan McKenzie got some help early from some unlikely names with Austin Hedges and Ahmed Rosario extending the lead to 3-0. Colorado does get 1 in the 5th, but that was it off of the young, maybe all-star Tristan McKenzie. He strikes out 6 Rockies and out-owns a 2.96 ERA. And aside from J-Ram, Cleveland is not a very home run happy team, but they're top 10 in batting average and doubles. Clase closes it out for his 14th save, and Cleveland has won 13 of their last 16. They are by far the youngest team in baseball. They're 32-27, and they have the most top 100 prospects in baseball right now. So them and the Orioles, as well as the Rangers and a few other teams, the future is very bright. Kyle Schwarber has basically been the left-handed Aaron Judge. This will kind of, he's hitting 212, so not really, but you know what I mean, just in terms of the power. That was his 17th home run already of the season, and the Phillies whooped that ass for 7 runs in a single inning. Castellanos got in on it, Didi drove home 2 more, and then it continued in the 4th on Schwarber's 18th of the season. He now has 50 home runs and a 144 OPS plus over his last 175 games, which is pretty good to say the least. Nick doubles home Bryce to make it 9 runs, and Zach Wheeler did Zach Wheeler things. 7 innings, no walks. He has a 2.69, very nice ERA this year. So the Phillies are 8.5 games back, but as a Phillies fan, you have to be encouraged by the last 2 weeks of play. They've been a top 5 team in the National League since firing Joe Girardi. So it looks like that new voice, I think his name is Thompson. I don't remember his name exactly, but it seems like he is clicking. But if you're the Phillies or the Braves, you still have to catch up to the mighty Mets. And yeah, you're pretty much going to have to rely on teams like the Brewers to come in clutch and beat the Mets more often. And for a second, I thought it was going to happen because McNeil's RBI single was answered by a Yelich home run, and the Brewers put up a 4 spot in the 4th inning. But New York kept their composure. Tomas Nido plates Jeff McNeil on a single, and look who was at it again. A 3-run nuke from Mark Canha. He ties it at 4 runs apiece. He has been worth every single penny that they gave him. It's still knotted up, and never mind, there's the lead as a nice little fielder's choice from Plummer gives Sugar the lead. If you did not know, Edwin Diaz, his nickname is Sugar. He strikes out 2 for his 13th save. He is sitting at a 17.1 strikeouts per 9. The Mets are 42 and 23. Look at Martin Perez holding his own against Bo Brisky. Bo completely blanked the Rangers, striking out 9 on 3 hits over 7 frames. Good for him. Perez gave up a run in the 6th, so Bo Brisky is actually in line for the win, and Gregory Soto got owned by the rookie. Ezekiel Duran has been the definition of clutch ever since he was called up. He clears the bases with 2 outs, so all the credit to him. But Soto, even though the numbers might say he's been good, I would say he has been shaky at best. His strikeouts are down, and he's plunked 5 hitters already. Joe Barlow battens downs the hatches. That is hard to say. Battens downs the... Ooh, that's hard to say. 12 saves, and the Rangers, they stay lurking in the shadows, adding up victory after victory behind the scenes. They're 23 and 19 since the 1st of May, and they're still in 2nd place, just ahead of the Angels. Now, luckily, the Angels had Ohtani on the bump, so hopefully they can stay 2 games behind and not actually go down 3. Let's recap this because the Angels, I know Ohtani was on the bump, but Mike Trout was facing the Mariners. Trout versus Seattle. He might be the greatest player of all time, but I'll talk the full stats in just a moment because Shohei Ohtani was sensational. He had 2 hits in the box, and then on the bump, he tossed 6 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts. He now has a 3.28 ERA, a 3.1 FIP or something crazy like that, and an almost 12 strikeouts per 9 as a pitcher, and a near 140 OPS plus as a hitter. Yes, he's doing it all over again, just to a lesser degree. Okay, let's now get back to Mike Trout, who had his 2nd home run of the game to score all 4 runs for the Angels. In 168 career games, basically a full season against the Mariners, he's hitting .327 with 95 extra base hits, 125 RBIs, 15 stolen bases, and a 1096 OPS. He has been inhuman against the poor Seattle Mariners. Iggy strikes out the side for his 13th save. I am not counting out the Angels. Taylor Ward had 3 hits. I really feel like Joe Adell might get moved to add some depth to the bullpen or the starting rotation, so you're going to want to stay tuned. I feel like Tyler Mahle might get shipped to the Angels in exchange for Joe Adell, but that's kind of like a high risk, high reward for the Reds when Tyler Mahle is pretty much a guaranteed great starting pitcher. I mean, he's been that guy. All right, well, that is going to do it for today's recap. Before we show the web gems, I want to give a few shout outs to some super thanks. First and foremost, from Goodest Cat saying, I still look handsome with a shaved face. I very much appreciate that. I still feel like I look like a young person, but you know what? Maybe that's good at my age. I'm getting up there. I'm almost 26. I'll be 26 in 1 month. Ben asked who the Cubs should trade, and I'm going to go with Ian Happ because they have Christopher Morel. They have Seiya Suzuki. They have a guy named, I think is Brennan Davis in the system, and he's going to be amazing, at least in my opinion. So I think Ian Happ right now, he's playing well, and he would get a lot in return. So thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy the web gems.
Grounded and grabbed there by a diving Donaldson. Fires to first. Nice play. 2 down.
Left side of the Yankees infield this year has converted a lot more outs than last year.
Ground ball.
Popped it up.
Staying.
In front of the Texas dugout. Torkelson reaches, he's got it!
Wow. Wow, what a catch.
Like picking apples off a tree right there, huh? Just reaches over.
The 1-1. Liner. Oh, what a play by Devers to snatch that one. That was ticketed.
Play. Look at this.
He's got a corner right here.
Yes, look at this.
Oh.
Hit up the middle. Mateo ranging over the spin. The throw. Got him! Off balance, a whirling dervish to get Gurriel.
Came right after him with a fastball. It's lined out to left. Diving is Marsh. and he makes the catch to retire the side.
Out in left field. To Marsh. Great defensive play. Gutsy play just before.
And a line drive caught by Brujan. Boy, Whistler ducking that vicious line drive. And Brujan positioned perfectly.
Yeah. Damn, we done came far. The blessings soon pay off. I don't get a day off. Feel like the playoffs, they like, when y'all gonna take off? Dale got laid off, now we focused on trademarks. We just making hits after hits.